Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's Bird video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next week, 10 days. For today's Bird video, day 10 will take us to the 11th of December. And we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and ECM ensembles. Very much around a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at the CFSB2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. That gets us more or less to the end of December. I shall get on with that for you in a moment. Just to say about the first video today was our 6 AM upload. We've also released European Outlook and we've got Terry Scully's December and winter 2022-2023 forecast coming up for you this evening around 7 PM. I've got the forecast in my grasp, and it's very interesting. I'll say no more than that. Right, well, before we do anything else, I'll say thank you so much to Fiona Hinchcliffe for giving a PayPal donation for GavsWeatherVids. So thank you so much, Fiona, for becoming a PayPal donation. I think Fiona's donated before, actually. So thank you so much, Fiona, for your very, very kind donation. If you'd like to give a donation to GavsWeatherVids through your PayPal account, you can just come to the GavsWeatherVids PayPal .me page and you can donate, donate whatever you want. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. You can find the link to the PayPal page in the description with the video. Thank you so much, Fiona Hinchcliffe, for that. I've also got to say thank you so much to Martin Longland and Kieran Bushnell for becoming channel members for GavsWeatherVids. They became channel members on last night's epic live stream. Had over 350 concurrent viewers. Biggest live stream that we've done since winter 2020-21. Massive live stream last night. So thank you so much to everybody for making that live stream incredible. And thank you so much to all of the people who donated with the super chats as well. And whatnot, had nearly £100 in super chats. Absolutely immense and mega. And I just thank you all so very, very much, for all of the support over all of this time, and thank you so much. My apologies is that I'm going to keep recording and uploading and live streaming, and that's my promise to all of you for the support that you give to me. We'll be having a few days away next week. That's only like 4 or 5 days, and then we'll be back in business, But thank you so much to Martin. Thank you so much to Kieran for becoming channel members. If you'd like to become a channel member, all you need to do is click the join button. And, you'll see what benefits you get for becoming a channel member. We are going to be giving away a £50 Amazon voucher when we hit 15k subscribers. We're going to put on around another 35 subscribers only. That's all to get to 15k. So we might even be able to give the voucher away on Monday's live stream, if the subs move quickly enough. I'll have to wait and see. It might be a bit of a tall order to do that. Might have to wait until I get back from New York. But we will be giving away a £50 Amazon voucher, as soon as we hit 15k. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for all of the incredible support. Amazing. Thanks so much, all of you. Right, well, let's start off with the video then. And we're going to begin by having a look at the Arctic oscillation. So just to confirm, we are going into a fundamental pattern change now. The black line shows where we've been with the Arctic oscillation, where we are. Red lines at the end where GFS ensembles are forecasting Arctic oscillations go. We're already rather negative with the AO, but you can see through the first half of December, the Arctic oscillation is forecast by the GFS ensembles to fall away and go into very negative territory. This tells us that there will be a strong blocking signal within the northern latitudes as we go into the first half of December. Go through the first half of December, we're going to see blocking increasing, and that's the reason that the AO goes negative. Remember, it's always a pattern that drives the index, not the index drives the pattern. So the reason the AO is going strongly negative there is because high latitude blocking will be getting going over the Arctic and over the North Pole, over Greenland, all those sort of areas, and that's going to send the index, really very negative. At the same time, the NAO is also on the move. So currently, the North Atlantic oscillation is in neutral territory, but is going to be going increasingly negative again through the first half of December. We go into a strongly negative phase of the NAO, and so this, having both indexes in negative territory, this is, very much a strong setup for cold weather, for blocking, for a southerly tracking jet stream, for low pressure around the Azores and high pressure towards Iceland and consequently northerly and northeasterly winds are very likely over the first half of December across not just the UK but much of northern and Western Europe. Cold weather is coming. Central temperature is in and is confirmed to be at 9.2 for November, which is 2.7 degrees above average. So that just continues the run of exceptionally mild months we've had this year. January not that excessively mild, 4.7, just a little bit above average, but February starts as well, 6.90, 3 degrees above average. March 8.0, 8 degrees, that's over 2 degrees above average. April a little bit closer to normal, 9.2, but still very mild. May really warm, 13.1, that's 1.9 degrees above average, 2 degrees. June closer to normal, and then July and August, of course, we get a pair of very hot months, 18.2 and 18.7 respectively. That's 2 to 3 degrees above average. August nearly 3 degrees above average, and the hottest since 1997. September a little bit closer to normal, 14.4, not excessive. And then again we're back to really warm months for October and November, 12.8 and 9.2. Exceptionally warm 2022, but a change is coming for December, the last month of the year. Looks like it's going to break this, and I reckon we might get our first colder than average month, probably since about May in 2021. It's been a long time. But I reckon we might pull off a colder than average month, which breaks us out of these very warm months that we've had this year. It'll be very interesting to see where the yearly CT comes in. Obviously, at the moment, we're well and truly on course for our hottest year on record, but whether a cold December would stop that, I'm not sure. Right, so just to confirm that the last CT page going back to 1659 at the UK Met. So, of course, CT is the longest and most reliable temperature record anywhere on Earth. Just to confirm again, November comes out at 9.2. So this is the warmest November since 2015. November 2015 was at 9.4. So, well, we have had some very mild Novembers lately. We have, for example, 2018 just here 8.3 and 2020 8.5. So we had a couple of very mild Novembers over the past few years, but this is the warmest one that we've had, and the first time I've been in Milan since 2015. We also had a very warm November in 2011 at 9.5. That was warmer than this November that we just experienced. Then, of course, the warmest November on record is actually quite a while ago now. It's 1994, just here at 9.9. That's actually downgraded slightly. They've tweaked that, and it was previously, I think, at 10.1, the first time we've ever had a 10 Celsius CT November in 1994 at 10.1, but they've shaved 0.2 of a degree off that for some reason, and it's 9.9, still the warmest on record, of course. Going a little bit further back, or a long time further back, we can see that had two very warm Novembers, or mild Novembers, in 1938 and 1939. 9.4 in November 1938 was the warmest November on record for a long time until in 1938. That was the warmest November on record for a long time until 1994. Beat it. And they had another really mild November the following year at in 1939 at 8.7. And of course that came before a very cold and severely cold winter for 1939-1940, but I won't go down that road. So wait to see what December has in store. It looks like it's going to be cold so for the first half of the month. Anyway, these are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks for London. The red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London, starting off below average at the moment already. Going to get colder in the next few days. Just generally staying solidly cold, really, from beginning to end, to be honest. So starting on the 1st December, we go to about 17th, 18th of December at the end, and you can see how the white line, which is the ensemble, meaning that's solidly under long-term 30-year average, and so it looks like a prolonged cold spell is setting up. There will be a couple of slightly less cold days through the middle part of next week just here, as a chance of area of low pressure from Biscay pushes some slightly milder winds from the southeast or slightly milder air from the southeast wind pushes back into southern parts of England. That doesn't last very long, and then the temperatures fall away even more as we go into the second week of December. Precipitation-wise, lots of dry weather initially, gradually getting more unsettled with time, though, and as it's going to be cold, the precipitation spikes might not only be rain, they could also be snow, and I think there will be an increasing risk of snow as we go further through December. This is Snow Road for London, so not much snow, for next week, really. So next week, pretty snowless for London, but notice how in the second week of the month, up to the middle of December, the snow spikes are increasing there, and that will be the trend, I think, in most parts of the country. The extended ensembles are looking like this, if we're able to have a look at those. There we go. So, again, same idea really, that the first half of December, dates on bottom of the graph, first half of December looks quite cold. Second half of December around Christmas possibly see something a little bit milder or less cold starting to get going then. So the cold, particularly the first half of the month, might run out of steam into the second half. Temperature anomalies on the 1st to the 9th of December. Cold average, especially so for southern parts of the country. Not particularly big deviation, though, actually near normal, but it'll certainly be colder than we've had for quite some time. And precipitation anomalies from the 1st to the 9th of December drier than normal. The latest windflow map from earthnullschool.net shows that high pressure is increasingly taking over across Scandinavia, starting to bring the wind into the east. Notice the easters are beginning to start moving from Denmark across the North Sea into the far east, southeast of the country. That trend will continue into the weekend with those easterlies setting in. They're not going to be particularly cold easterlies initially, but you will feel the chill. That's how the UK Met Euro run is looking for midnight on Sunday, with easterly winds across England and Wales bringing lots of cloud, maybe a few wintry showers into some northeastern parts of the country. The easterly still pushing through the country there on Monday as well. And then into Tuesday, actually, wind turns a little bit more northeasterly, which will be a slightly colder wind direction, I think. And the UK Met Euro run keeps it cold right way up to around Thursday. The area of low pressure, a lot of the model output, you'll see it in a moment, particularly with GFS, moving this area of low pressure further north and bring some less cold air into the south. The UK Met actually restricts that to Biscay, and so we keep it cold. We keep it cold with winds in from the east and from the northeast up to midnight on Thursday. Icon looks like that again, wintering from the east on Sunday. Those east winds continuing into Monday and Tuesday as well. Then this area of low pressure gets a little bit closer through Wednesday and Thursday and starts to drag up some slightly less cold air, especially into the south, with more of a southeast wind. Further north, we keep wind in from the northeast, so the northern half of the country stays cold, but the southern part of the country turns a little bit less cold. There's the upper air temperatures there for midnight on Thursday, and England and Wales looking a lot, not necessarily milder, but a lot less cold, whereas Scotland hangs on to the cold air. And then by the time we get through to midday on Thursday, that area of low pressure begins to retreat away, and the winds are going back into the northeast again. So the cold air will start to move southwards at the end of next week. GFS midnight run, again, with those east winds pushing through the country from Sunday into Monday. Then through the middle part of next week, wind turns more southeasterly because of this area of low pressure to our south. That drags up some slightly less cold air into the south around the middle part of next week. And then the high pressure centres over Greenland and Iceland, and that pulls the wind back into the colder northeasterly. And so by the time we get through to day 10, which is Sunday the 11th, we are really opening the doors to that very cold northeasterly wind. And with an area of low pressure just off the East Anglian coast, you expect to be bringing snow showers into northern and eastern parts of the country there on those really cold northeasterly winds. And the GFS midnight run then keeps it cold through the extended range, big mid-Atlantic ridge extending to Greenland. Winds continue to be from a cold or a very cold north or northeast direction. That brings more snow showers into northern and eastern parts of the country in particular. Maybe by the time you get through to the very end of the GFS run, which is 17th of December, just a few hints. High pressure blocking is beginning to weaken. This area of low pressure in the Atlantic might be starting to try and move some milder air in from off Atlantic, because there could be all sorts of fun and games with that, given that we have got very entrenched cold air sitting over and to the north and the east of the country. The GFS 6 looks like this. By the way, the parallel run has now converted to the operational, so we no longer have a parallel run. The GFS upgrade is complete, so this model that we're looking at now, these operationals, previously was the parallel GFS, which has now become the operational GFS. Every year the GFS operation goes through an upgrade. Right, well, this GFS 6 operational is looking meant for Sunday. Winds are in from the east again. There'll be a real chill to those east winds over the weekend and into the early part of next week. The low pressure trying to push up from the south around Wednesday, but not coming as far north. Actually, we keep wind in from the northeast. So it's more like the UK Met, actually. Through the middle part of next week, it doesn't turn less cold in the south. Actually, it stays cold and gets colder as the week progresses, with those winds coming in from that cold north or northeasterly direction. Look at that blocking area of high pressure over Greenland. It's been a long time, many years, since we've seen such an intense area of high pressure parked over Greenland like that. Certainly in December, you've got to go back to 2010, 12 years ago, for the last time we had that sort of blocking over Greenland. Absolutely remarkable, and that stays in situ right the way up to day 10, which is the 11th of December. We keep it really cold with winds in from the north, snow showers in northern and eastern areas in particular. Keep an eye on this area of low pressure around the Azores, because that eventually, as we go into the middle part of the month, starts to stage and attack the area of low pressure pushing in from the southwest, and that's the kind of thing that could bring a big snow event. That's the 15th of December, a long way out now, but that is the kind of thing that could bring a big snow event to lowland southern England. If that came off, we would have precipitation and active weather fronts moving into those cold easterly winds, and all sorts of fun and games could take place with that. That's the 16th of December. Again, notice that low pressure running through the channel. That looks exciting, doesn't it? That would be an exciting return for Gav. Imagine a snow watch and live stream I could do with that. Anyway, we finish up still cold with the GFS 6 run. That's the 17th of December. As far as we go to, that low is pushed out of the way, and winds are still coming down from a cold northerly direction. So the GFS 6 keeps it cold from beginning to end. If you're enjoying this video, please can you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so very much for doing that. Another 30-something subscribers will get us to 15k. Amazing and incredible. Thank you so much, everybody, for getting us this far. But we've still got a little way to go until we get to 15k. Thank you so much. Right, yeah, with winds again in from the east from Sunday into Monday. Early part of next week. Again, not as much influence of that low pressure to the south, so we keep it cold. There's no milder interlude in the middle part of next week. Just keep it cold. It gets colder as winds turn from the easterly into the northeasterly. And look at that, that's the 8th of December next week. Absolutely cold northerly northeasterly winds. There's troughs within the flow, bringing enhanced risk of snow. In fact, an area of low pressure that's off the east coast there on Friday the 9th of December, bringing increasing risk of snow to eastern and northern parts of the country. The blocking area of high pressure is going nowhere fast, and so up to date temps, if you don't for December, the GM is also keeping the weather very cold, wintry and blocked. And then finally, the ECM WF is looking like this, with winds in from the east through the weekend and into the early part of next week as well. That's a little bit less cold maybe in the south, that area of low pressure around Tuesday to Wednesday, and then we open the doors to those really cold northerly, northeast winds Thursday and Friday. An area of low pressure plunges through the country there Friday to Saturday. That could bring increasing risk of snow with it, and then this area of low pressure looks like it's going to try and stage an attack from the southwest, and that could bring some snow into southern parts of the country around day 9 and 10. The ECM looking cold and wintry here all the way up to day 10. And this is a precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from Meteo.com. Initially a few showers in the south and east, they turn a little bit wintry in the northeast eventually. Then some wet weather with some slightly less cold air around Tuesday across England and Wales before the properly cold air starts to set in through the second half of next week. Increasing risk of snow even down into southern parts of the country. Snow event there, for example, across the south. That's around the 10th of December. Yeah, looks wintry, doesn't it? Rain in the far southeastern corner, but otherwise it is a cold scene. Means there'll be options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10. From the Icelandic Met, it gets us to the 11th of December. 28 members of the ECM ensembles with a mid-Atlantic ridge going to Greenland. A trough of low pressure is across the north and the west of Europe. That brings the wind into a cold northeasterly, so cold and wintry with those options. And then 23 just here, including control and the operational, still very blocked. High latitude blocking to the north, just a little bit further northwards with that area of low pressure, so maybe not quite as cold with that option as with that option, but you know, they're both much of a muchness, really. And then in 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This gets us to the 16th of December. 35 members of ECM ensembles keeping it cold, high pressure blocking around Greenland, low pressure across the north and west of Europe, so that will keep wind in for a cold northeasterly. And then 16, still with a lot of high latitude blocking, but with low pressure a little bit more towards our southwest and slightly higher pressure over France. We'd probably be bringing in something a little bit less cold from the southwest with those options. So a minority option to a little bit less cold by the middle part of December. Finally, with CFS-V2, it's a 500 millibar high tonight is breaking down into weekly periods. The first week period takes from the 1st to the 7th of December. The coming week is blocked, of course it is, with high pressure to the north, low pressure to the south, winds coming in from a cold easterly direction. But it gets even colder into week 2, which is the 8th to the 14th of December. Again, high pressure blocking around Greenland and Iceland. Low pressure is to our south and also to our east. Winds are coming in from a northeasterly direction, and the low pressure will bring an increasing risk of snow there in week 2. Week 3 is the 15th to 21st of December, also keeping it cold with high pressure blocking around Greenland and Iceland. Trough of low pressure to the north and northeast. That will keep wind in from the northeast. This area of low pressure out in the Atlantic will be threatening perhaps more snow for southern parts of the country as things try to turn less cold. Week 4, disappointing again, 22nd, 28th of December, over Christmas. We lose all of the blocking. The high pressure sets up to our south, the low pressure out to the northwest, and so obviously that pulls the wind in to a west or southwest, and we get a Christmas fall. After so much interest and potential, you know, we run out of blocking and we run out of cold just in time for Christmas. Oh dear, never mind. It's a long way off. That's 4 weeks away, so there's still time for that to shift a little bit and go colder. Let's wait and see. Right, if you enjoy the video, then please you like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for doing that. Don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Ask them to subscribe too, and why not drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. And we thank you so very much, everybody, for doing that. What epic times we are in. It's exciting, isn't it? You know, exciting times, goodness gracious. Right, well, that's it, June 14 there. We've got one more video to come this evening, which will be Terry's Guide December and Winter 2022-2023 forecast. So come back for that and you'll see what Terry is predicting for the winter and for December this evening. That is ahead of the GavsWeatherVids winter forecast, which is going to be released on Sunday. We'll be premiering that at 5 PM on Sunday afternoon. you enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and for this video, that's all for now. And thanks for watching. Oh, better come tomorrow. So 6 a.m. upload, every Friday. We'll also have a 10 to 14 day as well, etc., etc., etc. Live streaming at 10 p.m., 10:30. So it could be another epic live stream, I would have thought. Though, yeah, plenty coming up. You enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and that's all for now. And thanks for watching.